Hey folks, Frostbricks here, and I wanted to take you along with me today on a one-day build. Now, I know you've all seen the intro there and the title card, etc. The lovely hero shots of whatever I'm about to build, but I haven't seen it yet because that was added during the edit. And yeah, I don't know what it's going to look like yet because I haven't built it yet. So I kind of wanted to take you along on the journey with it. I don't know, maybe we should get like an old-timey filter in here and step in the Wayback Machine and tell you the story of how this kind of started to come together. And there's kind of two parts to it. The first is pretty simple. A little while ago, LEGO sent me this beautiful Dalmatians Brickheadz. I've said things about the Brickheadz models in the past. I'm not a huge fan of the models, I like the parts. So basically I emptied out the parts and I threw away the instructions and I got thinking about the kind of things I could maybe build with it. And that kind of brings me to part number 2, which is big builds like this behind me, they're works in progress. They take forever, and I'm allowed to take forever with those. This isn't LEGO Masters. I don't have to make compromises. I can just build to my heart's content until I'm happy with it. The end result there is, though, they take quite a long time to make. Whereas a small build, something small, I can just knock that out. And, well, like the last 18 months, they've been a bit tough, a bit rough on all of us, I guess. And not just because of the pandemic, other stuff. And as a result of that, I've kind of been feeling a little drained. Creatively drained, specifically. And so I just kind of want to do something small, get back into it, and kind of build and, you know, get back to the zen of LEGO fun. And yeah, that's kind of why I want to take you along with me today on the journey, a little bit of LEGO building fun, and maybe drop a few tips, tricks, whatever along the way. But no, welcome to my studio and let's get into it, eh guys? So you can see I've already started doing a little bit of building here. Basically, I want to do a nice character of some variety, because as I said, while I'm not a huge fan of the Brickheadz models, I do love the parts that come in them. And this one has a whole lot of really gorgeous printed Dalmatian-y spot parts, which got me thinking, Cruella, that's hitting cinemas as we speak. 101 Dalmatians, it's a classic movie, so I kind of wanted to do a character that kind of blended that classic kind of Cruella look, maybe a little bit more of the updated Emma Stone look. I haven't seen that movie yet, I don't know how it's doing, looks beautiful, so I kind of wanted something that kind of mishmashed all of that up and ended up with just a gorgeous little figure at the end. And a lot of people find character building really hard, and I guess it is, in a way. There are simple rules to characters and character building, in the same way that there is with drawing. For instance, characters, they should be 7 heads tall. I think we connect mostly with the eyes, so it is important to kind of start with the face and the head. And then, just like Vitruvian Man, a figure's 7 heads tall. I do like to err on the chibi side, usually, but here for Cruella, and really capturing the vibe and the underlying personality of the character, I think it's also important that she's a little bit freaky looking. She's not meant to be pretty. She's the villain. That's the simple truth of the matter. She's got those cartoon painted eyes and all the rest. So a few things that are worth talking about at this stage of the build, where I've only got a few little things done so far. One of the key things there is, of course, the face itself. As I said, start with the face, kind of flesh that out. There are quite a few things I could have done here. I wanted to capture that idea of the really messy hair for her. I'm not sure how I feel about the lips and the like, but again, capturing that kind of slightly creepy vibe, that's important here. So she's got that, and I'm happy enough, ready to move forward with it, I guess. So with the head and the face already mapped out and complete, I can start roughing out the rest of the sections of the body. Other important parts are hands and feet. And well, getting the dimensions right and the lengths right so that they all kind of match up. And that's where I'm at with the build right now. And a few other things I think may be worth mentioning along the way. One of the things I set down early was a restrained colour palette. The cartoon version of Cruella, she's got a whole lot more colour going on in her. she's got different colours for the eyeshadow and the lips, and it works on screen as a cartoon, but here for a Lego model, I think it was important to constrain the colours a little more. So you can see I've picked out the white, black, red, gold, and I'm trying not to stray from that. So no purple in the eyes, for instance. I think that would have been a little bit overboard. And yeah, you can see where I'm starting to block other things. I'm starting to think about the joints and the connections. I want the figure to have a little bit of bounce and personality. I don't know how I'm going to fully capture that, because every time you move a joint or whatever, and sure, the final can be static, but giving it that bounce and personality means that there will inevitably be joints to hide, unusual gaps that you can either accept as part of the limitations of the form, or you're just going to have to work with it, or hide it, or I don't know. And so that's kind of where I'm at, because like, I was thinking this could be a nice little dress part, you know, I've got a whole bunch of these floating around in the house at the moment, but what to do with them? And I thought, hey, maybe that'd be a cool dress. But I think it's a little small, so I might not do that. And I want to have a billowing kind of coat, and maybe even some dogs in the scene, you know, put a lamppost, maybe a street. I don't know what's going to look like at the end. You guys probably do, because you saw that at the beginning of the vid. I whacked that in with the edit. Yeah. Maybe we should get some building on and see where this goes. Try to set this up as a time lapse, and cross fingers. Here is one of those weird building tips I'm going to lay on you, you know, weird knowledge bomb. As I'm doing all of this, I'm thinking about the posing of the end figure. What does the posing of the end figure look like? So I'm literally acting out the poses over there in the space, and just kind of, it looks super awkward and geeky and freaky. But yeah, that is part of the process, you know, like how is she standing? Is it like a bit, you know, manic, or is it, you know, is she chasing something? And I'm sitting right now, so it doesn't work quite as well, but you know, you're gesticulating, articulating, and yeah, it looks weird. Very embarrassing. I don't know, maybe I should film the cringe next time. So, slowly coming together here. Still very fragile. That is a little bit by design. As I said, I wanted full posability, and I think I've got it. A few things worth noting at this point in time. Here at the back, I've left a few connection points in that, well, I wanted to be a long coat, and so that means it needs to hang. I'm going to have to work a little bit more down and around here to create the connection points to make that happen. I've been a little cheeky with the snot techniques as well. There is a cheeky little change of direction snot technique, whatever you want to call it. I hope that wasn't too word salad-y. I word salad all the time. Alrighty then, here we have it, the finished model. In terms of building time, it was probably 6 to 8, 7 to 10. I'm going to say 7 to 10 hours all up. So not very long, and as you can see, a lot of the process really is just about trying a few things and then taking them away and trying something else. And it's an iterative process in that way, as you slowly take the various little elements and bring them together and, well, get this. So there you have it. Cruella DeVille started out as a Brickheadz Dalmatian. Most of the inspiration was just drawn from these gorgeous new printed parts that you can find in this set. I hope you got a good sense of how the process goes for character building, picked up a few tips there. You can see the importance, I hope, of the experimentation and what experimentation means as part of the process. There are little things I tried that I've showed you along the way that aren't here in the final build, and that really is a big part of the building process. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I've kind of missed this, really missed this. It's just, you know, the chance to build and have fun and well, build. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for joining, and yeah, peace out, guys. Stay awesome.